This video is about writing a paragraph. We talked about this in class already, so this will be a review. The three parts to a paragraph are the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. So the beginning, the middle, and the end. The introduction tells the reader the main idea. It tells us what the paragraph is about. There should just be one main idea for each paragraph. The body has the biggest part of the paragraph with the most sentences. It has the supporting ideas. The supporting ideas explain the main idea with details, examples, or reasons. The conclusion finishes the paragraph. It can be similar to the introduction, but with some different words. The mechanics of a paragraph. You want to indent the first line, so you have a space on the first line before you start writing. It's very important to use periods at the end of each sentence because the sentences go together in a paragraph, so periods are very, very important. And of course you want to use capital letters at the beginning of each sentence. Paragraphs usually have 5 to 7 sentences. Here's one example. Health is the most important part of life in colonial times, in my opinion. There may not have been many doctors in the colonies. Doctors were probably expensive, especially for poor people. There was not much knowledge about health. There was not a lot of antibiotics a lot of medicine like antibiotics. People died easily, especially children. Life in the colonies was very difficult in general, but if people were not healthy, they could not do anything. So here I have my introduction in the first sentence. So it tells you I'm talking about health, that it was a difficult part of life in colonial times. So it tells you what I'm talking about, what my idea is, and when. Then I have the body. And these are my supporting ideas, supporting sentences that explain my opinion in the introduction. There may not have been many doctors. So one idea, supporting idea, is that there were not many doctors. Another one is that the doctors were expensive. Another supporting idea is that there was not much knowledge. Another idea is that there was not a lot of medicine. And the last one is that people died easily. And then my conclusion finishes my paragraph. That again I talk about life in the colonies. It was difficult. And I go on to say it was difficult in general, but if people were not healthy, they couldn't do anything. So notice that I repeat the idea of life in the colonies, difficult, and health, but I change the words around and use some other words. So here's my introduction, my body, and my conclusion. Notice here I have the indent, so there's a space before I start writing the first sentence. The sentences begin with capital letters, and I have periods at the end of each letter because you can see the sentences go together, and so it's very important to have these periods to show that this sentence is finished and this sentence is beginning. You're going to practice writing a paragraph. You can watch the writing process video again from week 3. Your next assignment is to write a paragraph on the computer, so follow the instructions in the next assignment. And of course, if you need help, you can get help in the computer labs or I can help you. Here's one more example. This is a shorter paragraph, but it still has the sentences with the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. Lori is my best friend. So here's my introduction. It tells you the name of my best friend. And here are my supporting ideas. We met in first grade. She lives in California. I talk to her every week. So this gives more information explaining how Lori is my best friend. And then my conclusion, I hope we will be friends for a very long time. So I mention friends again, but then I give something a little different, saying that I hope we'll be friends for a long time. So that's an example of a paragraph that you're going to write for your assignment. Good luck.